click on there.
We will see a moment. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Long Distance Playbook. Today is the 15th of November. Man, of course, we got myself. I'm in Germany. Jay, down there in Italy. Hey, Chris, where are you at?
I am in Nebraska.
Oh, interesting. And then we got one of Jay's partners named Jeff. Jeff, where you at?
Tampa, Florida.
Oh, down there some nice weather, huh?
Nice sunny weather.
Well, I got nice sunny weather here too.
Well, I'm glad both of y'all have nice sunny weather because I don't know how it is in Italy, Jay. Sunny weather?
Sunny, and more sunny.
So I guess I'm the only one that's not in sunny weather. So, all right. So we're going to get the show started off like we always do with some shout outs. Unfortunately, our shout outs aren't real shout outs this week. We want to give our condolences to the friends and family of former Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, passed away last Sunday at the age of 84. We also want to give our condolences to the friends and family of the great legend, Hall of Fame coach, Lenny Wilkins. He passed away on the 9th of November.
You know, before we go forward on that, you know, I think we should talk about him a little bit. You know, Paul Tagliabue was one of the greatest NFL commissioners of all time. He got the NFL through a lot of changes.
He did.
You know, and you could call Mr. Lenny Wilkins the godfather of basketball. Not, you know, he kind of, as a coach, you know, a lot of people don't realize he was a player and actually a really good player.
Yeah.
But as a coach, he revolutionized how basketball is being played. And some of those things are still ongoing in today's NBA.
You're not wrong, Chris. You're not wrong. But yeah, if you don't know anything about him, please look him up. But at the same time, like I said, we give our condolences to the friends and family of those individuals.
Yeah, I got a little something to say about.
Yeah, what you got, Jay?
You know, when he took over for Pete Rozelle, you know, something that's big now is about sports gambling and about, you know, steroids and stuff like that. You know, in the 70s and 80s, the gambling was a problem, the steroids was a problem, and, you know, great, you know, Lyle Alzado, John Matuszak, there's a lot of them that died, and they believe it was related to using these types of steroids. And Paul Tagliabue, he really cracked down in the 80s, like the late 80s, he cracked down on a lot of that stuff. And even something as simple as, if you check out the Lester Hayes, Fred Blitnikoffs, and the great Stickum that you
on the hands,
on the hands, all over. Yeah,
that wasn't Stickum, that was grass.
I mean, it was out of control, and he kind of reared the league back in because they knew they were going into the age of television. and seeing these faces and seeing the uniforms and seeing they went from ripped jerseys. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers Earl Campbell running through tacklers and getting his jerseys ripped off all the time. And they kind of put a standard into the league with Paul Tagliabue. The jerseys started looking better. The quality was better. The TV rights, it just skyrocketed. So yeah, he definitely put his imprint on the league. Lenny Wilkens, like you said, being the coach, African American, and presenting his team and his winning ways, and he drew like I can't find 5 people throughout the NBA or any type of leagues can say anything bad about Lenny Wilkens. This class act.
Jeff, you got anything?
No, just echoing what you guys said. I mean, Lenny Wilkens just kind of like the Godfather, man. Just nice, and you can't find a single person in the world that have anything negative to say about that man. So definitely rest in peace. And then from a Paul Tagliabue standpoint, where he took the NFL from when he was in front in the commissioner's office to afterwards, I mean, truthfully, I think it was paramount to where we see now in the NFL. Everyone is benefiting off the work that he put in.
No, I agree. I agree. I mean, a lot of people don't remember that the NFL was actually being played in Europe a couple of seasons while he was in the commissioner before Roger Goodell. Has it really exploded now? Yes. But this is early 90s, right? And they were going over here to Europe and testing the water. So he was one of those innovators. And like Jay said, he kind of made the NFL more professional.
That was a good string of commissioners. Nobody really realized, and the current one is doing a great job too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's like Pete Rozelle started, Paul Tagliabue took it to a new level,
right?
And got it. His name is actually slipping my thought right now, and he's taking it to a even higher level.
Oh, Goodell.
Roger Goodell. Thank you.
And I think everyone will echo that. I mean, as much as we may complain about the commissioner's office, if you think about the value of the league, how it dominates sports year round, when you think about the value of the teams, with the Dallas Cowboys being the most, my Dallas Cowboys.
Boo.
I might as well put that out there right now. But Cowboys being the most valuable franchise in the world, and that's over top of European soccer leagues like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah,
all those teams, and then the players as well. As much as we may criticize the NFL for their lack of movement on CTE and things like that, salary cap higher, players are making more money, everyone is benefited,
and we ain't had no strikes.
And we haven't had any strikes. Now, we could talk about that in a different segment, though, because it seems like the union was working with the commissioners and the owners on a couple things, which is why some people are no longer employed. But
I hear you. All right. So we good on shout outs?
Yes, sir.
All right. Right into our lightning round. All right. So one of the hot topics that's out there that's currently happening is MLS playoffs and men's soccer playoffs and women's soccer playoffs. What you guys got on this? Jeff, you got anything on this?
Got a little bit. So we'll start with the women's. First and foremost. So we got a couple games. We got a game today. Washington playing Portland. That's 2 versus 3 seed. They've basically, both 2 of the most dominant teams throughout the course of the season. And, they won the first round series. So nothing really to see there. It's going to be a very challenging game, but, I'll be interested to see who wins that game. The game that's really kind of throwing me for a loop right now is the Orlando versus the, I think it's Gotham City team. Because Gotham City finished 8th. They barely made the playoffs. but they upset the number 1 seed KC. So I'm interested to see. You have the 4v8, and this just tells you it's just like all sports. It's all about which team gets hot and when. So I'm interested to see what goes on there. Usually the fans usually come out and really cheer, and I'm interested to see who wins those games. For the men's, give me a second here, because having a little bit technical difficulties. But I'll let y'all go ahead and talk about that a
I'll
little
chime
bit.
in for you, Jeff, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because I like soccer. Okay. So for the men's, you got the Eastern Conference, right? And you have Philadelphia versus New York City. All right. And then you got Cincinnati versus Inter Miami. All right. They're now in the conference championships or conference semifinals, right? Where it's different because the previous before, right, you had to win 2 games. Now it's winner go home.
Winner go home.
We're going to get some penalty kicks probably in some of these games. The semifinals are supposed to start on the 22nd of November and complete on the 24th. And then, of course, we'll get our finals or, we'll go from there. The MLS final is scheduled for the 6th of December. So we'll see who we got in there. The Western Conference is San Diego versus Minnesota and Vancouver versus Los Angeles. So
LAFC.
It's going to be interesting to see who's in there, who's not, and where we're going to go from there. You got anything else, Jay?
So me, I'm pulling for Vancouver. We have friends in the area from Tampa. My son played with one of the players that plays for Vancouver right now. His father was a coach for my son before he went to college. So I'm going for Vancouver. I know most people are going to think LAFC, but Vancouver's been a solid team all year round. So I'm pulling for Vancouver to win that game. And then the Philly, New York City FC. I think Philly will win that game. FC Cincinnati versus Inter. Obviously, Inter's got all the glamour. It's got the Messi. It's got Suarez. It's got all the name recognition. Jordi Alba's. But Cincinnati's been a solid team. They don't get a lot of fanfare because it's in Cincinnati. I expect that game to be a little bit tougher than people are expecting. I would not be surprised to see Cincinnati win that game. Although you can't put anything past Messi. He is, and this is probably going to trigger a couple people, he's one of the top 3 greatest players of all time.
Over who?
What was that?
Who would you say? Okay, you said top 3. Who was your
top 3? So one is Pele. If you look at the videos of Pele, all the moves that these modern day players are doing, he was doing those 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. He dominated. So for me, Pele. And then you can't say that you're the best player because everyone loves Messi, but you can't say that you're the best player ever when there's an argument if you're the best player during this period. Him or Ronaldo. It basically comes down to who you like best, what style you like best. Like Messi will dribble through 5 people and embarrass people, but Ronaldo will beat you. I'll score a left foot, right foot, hitters. You can't stop him. He's about to score over 1,000 goals for his career. And the thing that I give Ronaldo over Messi, don't hate me, but he was dominant in the Premier League. He was dominant in Spain, and he was dominant when he went to Italy. Messi did it. He had a team built around him in Barcelona. When he went to France and played for PSG, no, he wasn't that guy. So I give the credit to Ronaldo because he went to 3 different leagues, 3 different types of play, and he balled out in every single league.
Well, he's balling out in the Saudi league right now too.
Absolutely. And arguably, I think the Saudi league has better talent than MLS.
Oh.
I said it.
Well, that is a true. That's kind of a true statement.
I'm just saying.
You got to understand. A lot of people don't understand is that MLS is young.
It is.
And the majority of the American top talent, once they get at either go to college or out of high school, the best thing for them to do is go play overseas.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to lose those players that would normally be homegrown, built in the U.S. talent scheme, like other sports, to these other countries to get better. And then when they get there, it's like, well, why am I going back? They're already ready to pay me now.
I have a question.
Go
ahead.
So, do you believe that the MLS is almost like in the, say, 90s and early 2000s when NBA players that were really good and then a talent kind of diminished, they went to go play overseas? Is it kind of like that where you have aging stars in Europe, soccer players, and they just a bit out of their prime, they come to the MLS? Is it kind of similar to that to you?
That's what they do.
Exactly. You hitting it on the head. That's
absolutely.
an exact statement.
Beckham was the first, right? David Beckham was the first.
Yep.
Generated lots of fanfare, lots of money for the league. They love it.
And when he went to LA, he wasn't even the best player, was he, Jeff?
No, not really. I mean, he was.
Donovan was.
And Beckham was. I mean, the one thing the MLS has played at such a high pace that you have to have speed. Beckham's not a speed player. Donovan was. Ibrahimovic, he had speed, pace, power. He had all of that. But you can't really be a slow player and really be great if you're coming from Europe over to the MLS because you're not used to the speed of the game. But I mean, I just think the MLS, if they really want the MLS to be good, if they really want the U.S. men's national team to be good, what they need to do is fundamentally change the youth structure completely. Right now it's pay to play, right? You probably have a bunch of talented players whose families can't afford for them to be seen or play for an MLS franchise, and so they're never developed, and then you never hear from them. We have a huge problem. You might imagine how many people we have in this country, and then how many youth players that we have in this country. Even with all the other sports taking great athletes, there's more than enough for soccer. But it's pay to play. In Europe, it's completely different. I remember reading an article years ago about Ajax over in Holland and how they did it. What they did was they groomed players knowing that, hey, they're going to be great, but what we're going to do is we're going to sell those players. And so we'll sell a Mark Overmars or a Patrick Kluivert for 50 million pounds. And that money would be used to fund all the coaches and all the players who came into their academies. And that was their business model. That's how they made money. They produced players that could perform for their team, but eventually would be sold off to a bigger league, a better team, and that would fund everything. So these players are being brought in and signed when they're 7, 8, 9 years old. And then they'll continue to develop through the academy, make it to the first team, be sold off, and that money that's generated is utilized for the entire team. We don't do that now. But over here, you pay to play, and it's just backwards. So the other thing, real quick before I forget, the other thing that we need to do, and this is going to be controversial as well, but when I moved over to England, England had a rule. No more than 3 non-European players were allowed to be on your team. So that because they were trying to drive to make sure they were providing opportunities for English players to play, develop, and then make their national team better.
So
what do we have?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a soccer guru and do not claim to be a soccer guru. So do you think that this pay to play will affect high school sports due to players not playing for their high schools.
Already has. It already has. Like, so my son, he plays D1 college now. Couldn't play through high school. And that bothered him, right? That bothered him because everyone all the kids knew. They knew who he was before he even came to school because they were like, oh, he's a guy that committed such and such plays. But he couldn't play because they have rules. You can either play high school or you can play MLS Next. Now, I think they've changed the rules a little bit because they're worried about the conflict. But the vast majority of players that are going to D1 colleges and stuff like that are taken from the MLS programs or ECNL, but they're not really not from high school.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So, just for our viewers that are going to watch this, can you just give them a little background of your soccer history? So
I'm old and broken down. That's no. So I played, obviously I played all growing up, played in high school, and high school was big then. Played in high school, went to play at Virginia Tech, didn't really work out too well. Ended up going to England, played for my university over there in Portsmouth, came back to the US, played semi-pro for 4 years. And then, between getting older, wife, children, and, not enough time in the day to stay in shape and really try to hone in on my craft. So that was it for me. But, I've been around a lot of people who have made it much further than I have. I've played with people and against people who have made it much further. And we still hold these types of dialogues. And, this is why I'm really passionate when it comes to soccer in the US, because the way that it's done right now, it's not beneficial to player development.
So,
go ahead.
I'm glad you said that. So I know you just said that you're old.
I am. You see all this. You see this.
Follow me out. Leave it like it is.
All right.
I know you said that you're old. I'm old too. Look, you can see it in the face. I got all the gray.
That's right.
And,
old recognized old.
Yeah. So my question to you is, have you thought about getting into being a trainer or a coach? Because guess what? That little bit can change the direction of a lot of players. And I hate to say it. Well, no, I don't. I'm not hating. I don't hate to say this. Coaches are extended father, extended mother to a child that is being developed as a sport in a sport, because next to their parents is their coach.
Yeah, I agree.
And the coach is the actual last. And I hate to say it, he's the last line of defense for the parents.
Mm-hmm.
When that kid start getting out of line, mom and dad can't control who's next. It's the coach that's gonna step in and say, "Hey, son, come here.
Tighten up.
You got to change your ways."
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever thought about getting into doing that?
I have. For me personally, it's just not the right time. Like at first, it was between my son and my daughter playing sports. I wanted to be an ever-present father, right? And now they're both gone to school. And like I said, one plays D1 soccer. And so for me, he has another season. I want to be as available as I can to watch as many games as I can until he's done collegiately. Now, after that, I'm not gonna lie, I've always had the itch. To give back to something that to me gave me so much. And I use these analogies. I use team sport analogies all the time in my day-to-day life. Right now, like I'm a senior manager. I have almost 500 people in my organization, and a lot of my analogies are always teamwork related, and a lot of it comes from sports. And people don't understand that the amount of life lessons that you learn in team sports, how it translates to a professional environment in your professional career. So at some point, I'd like to say that I would get back out there, but as of right now, I just want to be a dad and be able to be present and cheer on my children as I can.
I understand that. I
Yeah.
understand.
Hey, earlier, Jeff, you said about the three American rule over in
Yeah.
England.
Look, well,
I had a, I had a,
non-EU.
okay. So I had Chris. I came to Wiesbaden and some of the other cities, and American football became a thing huge in Germany, and they
Mhm.
had that same rule where you
It's
were only
slightly
allowed
different.
one American
It's
in the
two.
football. It was two. It also
It's two.
depended on what level you were in too, right?
No, it's still at all levels. It's two.
Okay, because I thought it was like the A level, B level, C level. Okay, then and then in Italy, they won't even let you if you played high school football. They won't let you play on the Italian leagues if you played high school football. That's how behind Germany they are.
Yep.
That they won't
But
if you played
but why
high
do they
school,
do
you
that?
can't play.
They do that so they can develop their own talent. The MLS is happy to take a player from South America who has a South American name, who's maybe marginally better than a player from North America. And so then that just stops places for our youth to develop into. So for me, that's the problem that I have. If you should limit the amount of foreign players brought into the league, and I understand why you bring some, like Messi, no brainer. But there's only one Messi. There's so many other players that have been brought in that no one's ever heard of and no one ever will. But there's taking up roster spots for American youth players to develop in a league and then continue to develop. And hopefully that constant development, that constant grind will all have great talented players rise to the top. And that will positively impact our US men's national team. But we're not seeing that right now.
All right. Who's your top MLS team?
My top or my favorite?
Your favorite?
Oh, it depends on the day. I mean, it really. I mean, I'm pulled for Vancouver again because I have a family friend that plays there. He just got drafted last year, Tate Johnson. Shout out Tate. And so I kind of pull for them right now. Obviously I love watching Messi play, but I've always been a DC United fan, but they've been real hard to watch, real hard to watch. So right now I just try to enjoy the game.
You were very smart to pick the Cowboys over Washington growing up.
Yeah, but hey, everybody knows the biggest rallying cry that I have at work: let the Cowboys lose. Watch how many employees I see that day, the day after.
Hey, don't worry. As long as you're a friend of the show, I'm gonna talk trash every day.
Oh Lord!
I expect nothing less.
Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna talk trash.
Oh, see, that's how I am. That's how I am now. And I'm not a fair weather Cowboys fan, and I'm not one of these Cowboy fans that think we're gonna win the Super Bowl every year either.
Well, that's
Nah.
That shows
Again.
you're smart.
Yeah, hey,
That's not
again,
showing he's
that's a
smart.
whole other segment.
No, that's not showing he's smart. He just have a thought process that he already knows. As long as certain things are in place, they ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely. And look, I mean, I said it about the Raiders. I said, man, the Raiders ain't gonna do anything until Al Davis turned stuff over, and they still ain't done anything. So now I'm kind of like, man, I mean, Jerry makes it hard. Jerry makes it hard.
Yeah,
He makes it for exciting storylines, though, don't he?
If he would just shut his mouth up. I mean,
Hey.
He didn't learn from 1990. What? We won in 92, 93. He didn't learn after the 93, 94 season when he chased Jimmy out.
I got a question for y'all. Has there been a team in any sport where their owner was just so incompetent that they won anyway despite him? Is there any team or recollection or you can recall?
Hey guys, with that question, take a moment, ponder it, and we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back.
So before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to Bugatti Visions for doing our graphics, our design. He is a veteran, and if you are a veteran, please, if you want to get your advertisement, send it to us to longdistanceplaybook@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hey, Gotti said, "Blessed Saturday, fellas." And then he also said, "Jerry Jones with your bunch of crying faces."
Hey.
So back to your question, right? I think I'm not gonna say owner. I'm gonna say a GM. The Chicago Bulls. You got the greatest team, NBA team, and you break them up.
Broke them up.
You know, you can be the genius or you can be the butt of the joke. Guess where he's at? He's the butt of the joke. Why? He won, 3 championships twice in a row? And then the second, third, he decided at the end of that year, I'm going to break up the team. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep a majority of that team together as long as I possibly can and just keep adding pieces. So that would be mine. That would be mine. Mine would be the Bulls.
Jerry Krause.
Thank you.
Chris, I see what you're saying, right? But at the same time, right? You never know. It's hard, right? As a GM, even as a coach, right? It's hard to know when to swap people in and out of games. It's hard to know when to swap people in and off teams, right? And we don't know the behind the piece. So
I'm sorry.
as fans, yeah.
I'm sorry. Michael
Last
Jordan,
chance. Last
Scottie
chance.
Pippen, Rodman, and two of anybody else. They played center by committee.
Mm-hmm. Luke Longley had Bill Wennington.
Wellington, yeah.
Cartwright for a little while. Yeah,
Dude, you can't. That is, look, I'm just saying personally, and me as a coach, I'm not breaking the will. I'm gonna fortify that will to make sure it never breaks. And you don't fit? Bye. Next.
I will agree with Chris on this, especially I would call it the golden era of sports pre-2000, before they dropped the hammer on all these leagues of saying that you can't spend money. We're capping out your teams.
I hate that.
And before 2000, if you had the cash, you can get the dash. So you can get anybody you wanted to, and if you have them, you can give them as much money as you want. So it was never a money thing with some of these teams, that the Cowboys, the 49ers of the 90s, Cowboys in the 90s, the Bulls in the 90s, the Celtics of the 80s. They kept their players. And then all of a sudden you had people, you had egos come in. Not on the players are arguing with themselves about this, that, and the other, because these teams were tight. And it showed on the court that you had the right players with the right dog in them, with the right ability, with the right coach, and then all of a sudden it's either the owner or the GM egos got into it and tried to make it about them. And you know what my boy from 49 said? You make it about you. You make it about yourself. You make it about you, and not about the team. I'd rather play with 10 players than get a penalty down the field. You know what I'm saying? They made it about them, and that's when it ruined it. And then by the time they tried to right the ship, the owners collectively got together and said, "Hey, let's do a luxury tax. Let's do salary cap." And after that, it was more about the coaches than the players. You had to have the right coach because the teams became more level. So you have 8 to 10 teams that are kind of similar in talent-wise. Well, the only difference is we have a better coach. We have better facilities. We have better assistant coaches. And, you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've only had 3 coaches since 1960 or whatever. Noel, Cowher, and Tomlin. That's it. And they're consistent. They win games. Their fan base knows that when they go to see their team play, they got a 60 to 70% chance of winning.
Facts.
That's very comforting. So yeah, it's a bad time to let your ego go on, because all these teams are even. If you can't get along with your coach, you're not going to win, in my opinion.
And right now, I just want so we make it clear, I'm from St. Louis, but I'm a Celtics fan.
Oh,
always been.
Oh my goodness.
Always been.
Who's your team?
Let's go, Jeff. In the NBA, no, I don't have a team. I really don't. Players move so quick and so often. I'm like, nah, I don't have a team. I like players. I like skill set. I don't have
when
a
you
team
were
in
a
the
child,
NBA.
when you were a child growing up, what team did you gravitate to?
Well, it was Lakers over Celtics. I'll tell you that much, for all sorts of reasons, and Chris knows why. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, I am too.
I just didn't. For me, it was I just kind of gravitated to the working man, Larry Bird, over the showmanship of Irvin Johnson.
Yeah, well, look, so I like obviously Lakers over Celtics, but I really started paying attention to the NBA with 76ers. I love Dr. J. I love
Man,
the way he played. I love the way he glided through the air. And then with him and Moses Malone and Maurice Cheeks and that team back in the day, yeah. And I love to see them thump the Celtics. Literally. I mean, the amount of times I took so much pleasure watching Danny Ainge get punched in his mouth. Because that was a different day. Like I said, I'm a little bit older where they actually swung.
yeah, I'm in that
yeah.
age group with you. Don't get it twisted up. I remember them. You know, I actually watched the game. Dr. J put them hammers on.
Yes, sir.
Bird.
I Bird.
You know,
someone was holding him. Someone was holding Bird. It was unloaded on him.
It was Barkley holding him.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
so,
that was hilarious.
But it was just for me being from the Midwest kid, you know, and knowing the story and actually able to watch that 1979 national championship game between him and Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I liked about Larry Bird was he was a one-man gang at Indiana State.
Yes, sir.
Undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a whole team to stop him in college. So that kind of that's what made me like Larry Bird. I know and plus, you know, you starting to find out the things when we was as a child that you know, Larry Bird talked a lot of trash, but he backed it up.
He did.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go over here and shoot this in your face.
Mm-hmm.
2 dribbles, spin move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna give it to you. Oh, you got, you know, and nothing against him. You know, oh, you got a white guy guard me?
Oh, he gonna be mad.
You know, I'm gonna really give it to you.
Yeah, upset.
You know?
Disrespectful. That's what he called it. He called it disrespectful.
Did you hear what he said to Dominique Wilkins?
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, what are you doing, Holmes? You ain't gonna be guarding me today." And Dominique said, "Did he just call me Holmes?"
So, you know,
it was just hilarious, man.
You know, when you walk around and you hear it, they call him Mr. Larry Bird.
Yes.
You know, Black Jesus for Jordan.
He got their respect. I mean,
absolutely.
And there has not been another player like him, or like Magic, or like, well, Mike. You know, the closest was Kobe. The closest.
Yes, Kobe. I would say yes and no, right? And here's why: because when Jordan came out of North Carolina and went to Chicago, people were watching him. All right. Like he made a name for himself at North Carolina. So when he went to the NBA, he immediately started dominating. I mean, look at his games, right? He's scoring 60 plus. Kobe, it took him a couple of seasons in the NBA, but then he went off.
But you got to also
the age difference. So I would look at
exactly
how old was Jordan when he went to the Bulls? 22, 23? We'll just say 22.
20,
that's the difference.
Kobe
was 18.
So look at Kobe's game at 22 and look at Jordan's game at 22.
Yep.
Right.
And I don't know the numbers, so I would say just look at that and see if you can compare, and then maybe you see how.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Kobe came out of high school.
Yeah.
So
Jordan benefited. Jordan benefited from going to college because think about it. As physically gifted as he was, he learned the ball from Dean Smith.
Yes.
Right. He learned that's the one thing that Kobe, LeBron, all these players that came directly to the league, Kevin Garnett, they didn't have that. They had to learn that on their own in the league.
They had to get beat up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Chris, I tell you this: if you dropped Kobe in 1983 in the NBA,
he wouldn't have lasted.
Man, they would have smacked that. You know what I'm saying?
He wouldn't have lasted. If nobody would have, if no player would have took him under the wing and said, "Hey, son, you got to get bigger, you got to get stronger, because you come in that paint, you had to learn how to, you know, I'm still gonna get the shot and get my lip busted, and I might swallow a couple of teeth."
Rick Mahorn, and
Thump and bump.
Yes. Yeah.
and,
So
and Moses, just there's so many just enforcers they had. I mean, they just had enforcers because you could throw a punch in the NBA back then, and it would be a tech foul.
That's it.
that's it.
You're not even getting kicked out the game.
No, you didn't get kicked out.
So when
Now you missing the rest of the game and suspended for
Man,
others.
you spend
might get-
25 games.
yeah. So look now that's why I said the closest player to Michael Jordan would have been Kobe. Don't get me wrong. That's no slight to LeBron, but you gotta understand, LeBron came in the league. He was an animal. You got a man child playing two guard, built like a power forward.
And see, that's what people don't understand. He came in the league playing the two. And Gilbert Arenas said this on his podcast. He said, at the beginning of the season, we played him, and he's playing the two, and I'm D'ing him up. He said, when we played him later in the season, he was like, hold on. We got to put somebody else on him, because at that point, he had gone from like 6'6", 6'7" to 6'9".
Mhm.
And he's like, he's a problem. He's a problem completely.
And if you ever go back and look at LeBron James's body frame when he got drafted to I think it's year 3. That body went from
Yes.
he grew into his man body.
Yes, sir.
You know, and he did it right. So
And I would say with that, Chris, Jordan really didn't grow into that body until he got tired of Detroit beating him up.
Yep,
exactly.
Like 8-9 seasons in.
Yeah.
But when people say, you know, this is now we're starting to go into who's the greatest.
No,
right?
No.
And this is the one thing I will always say about Jordan. When it came to that finals, undefeated.
So, and I'll give you that. Greatest finals player. But I think
they're all great in their own aspect.
Yes.
And see,
Like-
we get so caught up with comparing instead of just appreciating the greatness
that you got. Look,
Yes.
we are lucky. All 4 of us are lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because we got to see Dr. J, Bird and Magic, Charles in his prime, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson,
Shaq.
Oh, definitely Shaquille, the one-man wrecking crew.
You can't forget him.
Did I say Kobe Bryant?
Probably.
No, I didn't.
No.
Tracy McGrady before he got hurt. Penny Hardaway
before he got hurt.
So look,
Grant Hill of Detroit before he got hurt.
Exactly. So
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone,
yes. So now look, think about it. We just went from the late 70s all the way up to mid 2000s, right? And now we're in this new generation, you know, where these like a lot of these kids only know LeBron and they heard about Mike.
Yeah.
Or they know Kobe, but they heard about Mike.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit and you listen to the stories that they're telling, and you like, oh no, Larry Bird was that dude. No, I ain't leaving out Rich Richmond. I'm a Mitch Richmond. I'm just saying,
run TMC, baby.
Yeah, you know, I'm just saying when you looking at the eras where people are really missing players, there wasn't no, you know, there's no super team back then. The closest super team was the Bulls.
Yeah.
Well, hold time out. Wait. If the Celtics and Lakers, there you go.
No. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Closest super team.
Closest players. You had Worthy, Magic,
I get it. But
they got those players to the draft.
That's what I was about to say.
But it's
they built that
league because there wasn't a free agency back then like that.
And that's why I said a super team.
I mean, that's why your GM had to do their jobs. And
Yep.
you can build a super team.
That's a
but
team.
You got to do your job.
Right.
That was a
You
team.
gotta
But
draft
it
right, you
wasn't
gotta
really
trade
considered
right.
a super team, right? As far as today, right?
Exactly.
Super teams, you got players going from one
They hop
team
a team
to
that hop a
the
team.
other, right? So Jordan, and it wouldn't even be Jordan's first three; it would be his second three.
But here's the thing:
Jordan's a
the
super
players
team.
are jumping, hopping teams because the GMs aren't doing what they're supposed to do.
100%.
But
The whole reason why LeBron left Cleveland was because they couldn't get talent into Cleveland.
And they drafted bad.
Awful.
They had two good picks in that time period.
Yep.
Two.
I got a question for y'all.
What's that?
Would you consider Jordan's second run at championship a super team?
No.
They
Why
didn't
not?
get Rodman to their team.
They got Rodman.
They got Rodman.
They got
Right, that's
Harper,
what-
right? They got Ron Harper.
They Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper.
Kukoc was the draft.
They brought everybody
Kukoc was
over.
drafted. Luke Longley was drafted. Right?
Yes, Ron- but Rodman was arguably the best defender. He was locking down Shaq. He was locking down your best guy.
It wasn't
He
even
was locking
arguably.
down.
He was.
No, I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying, like, when you say a super team, you talk about three superstars going to one team.
I would,
Rodman was
Jay, I
big
would say
on time.
this: if you
And
want to
the closer-
consider, go ahead.
He was big Madonna. Rodman was a superstar.
And the team that did it first was the Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
Yes.
When they went out and got Garnett
Yep.
and
Ray Allen.
Yep.
that changed the whole game.
Yep.
And then Miami did it.
And then they got lucky with Rondo because Rondo was through the draft.
Rondo was through the draft.
And
Perkins
Paul
was
Pierce
through
was
the draft.
Already there. Paul Pierce was already there.
And Paul Pierce was there.
Yep.
So when you're looking at these teams, right, and people are like, hey, that's a super team. I don't count the Lakers as a super team because they drafted James Worthy. They drafted Norm Nixon. They drafted Magic Johnson. They
didn't draft Kareem.
They traded for Kareem years prior.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
AC Kareem was drafted.
Yeah.
Kurt Rambis drafted.
I don't know about Michael Cooper was drafted. And Byron Scott, I'm not sure.
Right?
They developed their players.
They developed exactly.
You had developed players.
So and they changed the style of how basketball was played in the NBA. They changed it to a fast pace. We gonna look. You score, we're gonna beat you back and score on already.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Yep.
Well, I mean, but look at it now. It's all about the analytics.
Yes.
Hey, don't take that bad two. Hey, take 2 steps back and hit this 3.
Yep.
Take this worst shot.
Exactly. Unless you Steph Curry. If you Steph Curry, hey, that's a good shot. That's a good shot, though.
Anywhere on the court is good for him.
It's a good shot for him. Absolutely.
Look, did y'all see the interview with Steph Curry the other night after they beat San Antonio? He said his shots was falling short because he thought Wemby was going to be putting his hand on the ball.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a tall.
Hey,
I heard someone talking about that, talking about Wemby,
and that's another change. He's starting to change the revolution of the NBA too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
let me ask you guys this question.
Go ahead.
In right now, people in the players say these two people are in their prime.
Okay.
Do you take Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or do you take Victor Wembanyama?
That you know what I'm gonna now. Here's the question I'm gonna ask. I have to ask this question because before I can give you an answer. Kareem in his youth, professional Kareem.
Pick them same age.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a tough one. I would say Kareem.
It's fair. Like I can develop an argument for either.
Yeah, you
And
can.
100%.
You can. Like one of my partners, he says, if Wemby learns to play more in the paint, he'll be more dominant.
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now that's a good question. Now don't get me wrong, that's a good question. I thought you were gonna say something like Shaq or Kareem, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I'm taking Shaq." You know, the human foul, the human foul guy.
Absolutely. But no, I thought because at first I'm like, oh, that's Kareem, and then you start thinking about it. It's like, ooh, Victor has a skill set and a size like we have never seen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, step back threes from someone who's 7'5". What are we looking at right now?
You're looking at almost a taller version of Kevin Durant.
Crazy.
So, hey guys, we're gonna shift gears a little bit right here. All right. Pay attention, pay attention. Here we go. Yeah. This is the
my
current
prediction.
Oh, wait, this is not as difficult as it looks.
No. My prediction from last week has occurred.
Absolutely. Some teams have
I
dropped
mean,
out.
I agreed. 6. I wrote in last week. I said 6 through 19. Absolutely, all of them could change. So, yeah,
And it's
But
going to change again.
I think this one's kind of straightforward. What I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, it is, but it's going to change again.
It is.
It's going to change again, and here's the reason why. Look at your first four.
Yep.
They have something in common. They're in two different two conferences. It's only in the first four. Now, when you look at your next 8, right? Here's the problem. Miami is on. Look, Miami's sitting at 11, right? That is 11, right?
Yeah.
And they're definitely not going to play in their conference championship.
They're not even in control of the ACC.
Nope.
So we're gonna have issues coming into that.
Yep.
Because those two teams that are in control are behind them in the standings.
Yep.
And the winner of that conference is possibly guaranteed to get in.
Well, I think they'll definitely make sure they get in after what happened with Florida State 2-3 years ago. I don't think they're going to do that again.
Well, Miami, Miami started off strong, and look, they just can't last.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Though whoever wins the ACC will get a spot at the table now that they've expanded the field. They'll get a spot at the table because they're not going to do what they did to FSU 2-3 years ago.
Yep, they're not.
And that could cost Miami.
And some of these teams on the back end have to play as well.
Yep. The only team that is truly safe but not safe is Notre Dame.
Yep.
If they don't stumble, they're good. They're gonna ride in again, probably 9 or 10, and get in.
They'll probably go up higher, right? Because they got their schedule's soft, so other people are going to fall off here. Because
I don't think they're going to move them too much higher than where they are.
Well, if you look at it, with the games remaining, you got Georgia, Alabama, A&M, and Ole Miss, right? There can only be one out of the SEC.
No, SEC championship champion, yes, but I think you get
that second place
get 2 or 3 out of the SEC in there.
Oh no, you're going to get those teams.
Yeah.
It's just the seedings are going to change based on the results. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
The only two, actually, I think all these teams will make it in. Numbers 6 and 11. To me, they may not make it. And truth be told, if Texas slips up again, there'll be another one that's out.
Oh, Texas lose Georgia, they're out. That's happening tonight.
Look, I didn't want to say it, but I know where my money will be.
Oh, Yes, I'm with you. I already got my bet in. Since I'm in the States and I was able to venture out. I'm gonna say that I just happened to see a betting location, and they had college sports. So I started my little, hey, let me take a couple dollars here and there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, I appreciate the lead in. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hit our main topics of the week. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we got to jump right into it. Oh, look at that. Some college football. So last week, me, Jay, and Chris all went 4-1. And our guest, Ken Harvey, went 5-0. Man, maybe we can learn something from it.
Yeah.
Overall, Chris, it looks like you in last place right there, bud.
That's okay. Ain't that
Only
far
by
behind.
game, though. Jay's holding strong in second, and I'm right there in first. So, and then our guest overall, they 6-4. So, this is where we come down to it, guys. All right, we're gonna talk about some college games. We got the first game on the list. We was just talking about the bracket, right? First game on the list, we got Notre Dame at Pittsburgh. Notre Dame's 9th. Pittsburgh's ranked 22nd. This kind of strengthens Notre Dame's schedule, does it not?
Yes, it does.
What's your thoughts on this, Chris?
I think Notre Dame is winning this game. The running game that they have is exceptional. You're going to have to stop Love in order to make them have become a passing team. If you can't stop Love, you're gonna have big problems because that's going to definitely open up the play action game, and they're gonna abuse you down the field. So I'm going with Notre Dame on this game, and that's gonna be it. Let's get it.
All right. Now, Jeff, if you want to participate, we'll pass it over to you, and you can make a pick, and we'll write it down, and obviously we'll publish it in there.
Oh, this is Notre Dame's game. Double-digit win. Easy. Ever since, at the beginning of the season, kind of talked about it last week. They lost 2 games early in the season by a total of 4 points. A&M and Miami, who were playing a lot better. Now that they've started throwing the ball and they've allowed the quarterback to do a little bit more, they always had that solid run game. But that solid run game leads to, hey, we're going to put more people in the box. Well, all right, now we're going to catch you on the back end. So for me, Notre Dame by double digits.
That's a lot. Jay, what you got?
Hey Jeff, what's your college team?
You really asked me that? It's Florida State.
Okay, all right. Because
Okay.
I had it's been a while since
Florida State.
I've chopped it up, but I thought I was thinking you're a Notre Dame guy, so that's why I was like, you Notre Dame? Okay,
No,
all right.
Florida State.
Okay, Florida State, FSU. I got Notre Dame in this one. I'm not sure if everybody saw that one run from Love last week, where he has that Uncle Walter Payton type factor in him, where I don't care if you're the first guy, you're not taking me down, and I'm not going backwards. I'm going forward. I'm getting me 2 or 3 extra yards. When you touch me, we going this way. Come with me. I got Notre Dame.
All right. Hey, so 3 y'all got Notre Dame. Let's see. So
You already know you're going with Notre Dame. Stop playing.
Absolutely.
No, actually, I'm going with Pittsburgh, gentlemen.
Mm.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you why. This is going to be a statement game for Pitt. Pitt is in the ACC. They're trying to chase that ACC championship conference, and Notre Dame being ranked where they're at, this is going to put them on the map. They're 22nd, but this is going to put them higher on the map. And Pittsburgh they have the number 6th ranked scoring offense in NCAA football right now.
But you got to have the ball to score the ball.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that. But that shows when they have the ball, they're dangerous with it. I don't think Notre Dame's defense, even though their defense is good, Pittsburgh has played some good teams this season, not necessarily Notre Dame type, but this is going to be their test, right? This is going to be their litmus test. If they beat Notre Dame, then they're worthy, shall we say, right? Because if Notre Dame loses this, they're gone. Let's be honest. So I'm taking Pittsburgh. See you over here. Gonna take Notre Dame. Nope, sure didn't.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in an hour.
I know, right? All right, our second game. We got Kennesaw State at Jacksonville State. All right, and a lot of viewers may be like, well, what's so important about this game? Chris, what's important about this game?
It is going to be the winner will be the leader of that conference.
And that's huge, right?
They're both undefeated.
Like this is the games we want to highlight on our show, right? The games that really matter, right? When you're fighting the other team that's undefeated in your conference, that's something to talk about, right? Now, are they the best teams in college football? No. Right? But there's probably some players on that team that are going to be worthy in the NFL one day. So, understand that. Myself, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm taking Kennesaw State. I think they're a more complete team compared to Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is good, but I think Kennesaw pulls it out. What y'all got? Who wants to go?
I'll go. I think Kennesaw State wins this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's probably going to come down to the final drive type situation. I think it's probably going to be a lot of points in the game. But for me, I think Kennesaw is just going to edge it out, maybe by a late drive, maybe to win by 1 or 2, something like that. I think it's going to be a close game, come down to the end.
All right. Jay or Chris, one of y'all want to chime in?
Jay, you got it.
Go ahead.
So since we know Chris is going to pick the opposite of me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do Kennesaw State.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see if that water holds true. Chris?
That water does hold true.
Ooh.
But that ain't why I'm picking Jacksonville State.
Okay.
Here's the reason why. Right. I was finishing up my little research. So Kennesaw State played 2 teams outside their conference. One was Indiana. They lost 98-9. Okay.
It was 56-9, man. Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said 98. I said, I know that wasn't the score of that game.
I ain't got my glasses on. and they lost to Wake Forest 10-9. Okay. Jacksonville State lost to Southern Miss 41-25.
Right.
And they lost to Jesus, hold on. Give me a hot second, guys. Got to do my work again because I can't bring up 2 screens at the same time. They lost UCF
Yeah.
17-10, right? And their third loss was to Georgia Southern 41. See, look, I ain't got my glasses, man. I'm telling you.
41-34.
41-34. What does that tell you? Why am I picking Jacksonville State?
We waiting to hear.
I'd like to know it.
We'd love to know.
They have been in more competitive games, even in their losses, than Kennesaw State.
No. Look at the level of competition.
Exactly.
No.
The only competition Kennesaw State played was Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Was the number 3 team in number 3 team in the nation.
At the time, they was 25.
Yeah, but we know what they are. We know what they are.
They're still the same team that they are at number 3.
No, look.
Watch this. Know it.
Hey, watch this. When Jacksonville State come in, lay the smacketh down, and they gonna, and it happens. Just remember what I just said.
Oh Lord. Whew. Getting hot.
I think I'm gonna need one of those cigars y'all had a couple weeks back. When you lose this one, I think you need to send some out and apologize. Say, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I'm glad you on here because I got some more. Let's go.
Okay. We're going to see about this. All right. Our next game up, we got Boise State at San Diego State. Think about it, right? Do your research. Jay, what you got?
Boise State at San Diego State?
Yep.
Okay, we got Genty versus Marshall Faulk.
Not anymore.
Two great running backs. 2 great teams. Are they playing at that blue field?
No, they're San Diego State.
They can't see their players because they're hiding in the blue field in the camouflage?
No, it's at San Diego State.
So it's at hold on now.
It's in California.
It's in California. Yeah. What time are they playing?
That's where San Diego's at.
What time they? Oh, San Diego, where Jack Tripper and Christy Snow and Janet Wood, they used to live.
Hey,
okay,
there we go.
Come and knock on my door. I think San Diego. Hold on a second. What time are they playing?
I don't even know what time we're
9,
playing.
10:30 tonight. 10:30. 10:30 Eastern time. Eastern Standard.
That's way past the bedtime of us East Coast people that are usually on the East Coast, but we're not on the East Coast.
Hey, it's way past my bedtime.
All right. I'm gonna flip a coin on this one.
Oh, okay.
And I think Boise State will lose to San Diego State. I got San Diego State.
Okay. All right. Now everybody's wondering why this game's important. Once again, this is a conference game, and both these teams are sitting at the top. So the Mountain West is is up for grabs right now. Chris, you want to go next? You said, ooh.
Boise State.
Oh, you taking Boise. Jeff, what about you?
I'm going San Diego State. I think San Diego State's going to be able to outscore Boise State. Now, if it had been on that blue field, I may have felt a little bit differently, but I think San Diego State's going to be able to outscore Boise State.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with you. I mean, San Diego State, their defense is number 6 overall, so that's making a statement in college football when you're ranked 6th. You're doing something right. So, all right, we're going to move on. Another game that might affect that bracket. South Florida at Navy. This is an AAC race.
AAC game.
South Florida. So we ain't gonna have no hesitation.
Oh,
so y'all ain't thinking I'm going against the grain. So now everybody else that don't follow me is going against the grain.
He said I want to get out there first.
Well, I got my notes and I got my teams written down, right? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Chris, I got South Florida too. I don't think Navy's quarterback's hurt right now, and I think that's the determining factor. So I'm taking South Florida. What you doing?
I'm gonna take South Florida. They're ranked for a reason. I've watched a little bit of them this year as my daughter graduated from there, so I'm gonna go with South Florida.
Okay.
Now, I think an apology should be issued out to some people that have been in the military. Come on, man. There's something about the military spirit and the fight. being the underdog, and you got people coming to your house.
Did you see that Notre Dame game last weekend?
You know what? And when everything seems to be pit against you, you didn't play as well as you do. That military spirit to bounce back after you got smacked down a week ago. I'm going to ride with the Navy. That triple option is going to mess with them. I got Navy.
So you taking Navy?
I'm going to triple say it. Navy,
okay.
Navy, and Navy.
Okay. Wow. All right. Hey, Chris.
Okay.
Means you'll be in second place next week.
I might look at the rate I'm going. I might catch up. I'll be going back.
Hey, with the picks that Justin's making, I may be up there in front of him.
All right. This next game very, very dear to me. Go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna let you start this one off though. Who we got? You know who we got, right?
Oklahoma, Alabama.
Yep. Go ahead.
Ooh.
So what we got here is. Please take me out of the big screen. What we got here is two teams, one being in the top 3, and the other being trying to get into the playoff.
Yep.
And now we're going to go with, I think Alabama's going to win this game. I think Jam Miller is going to do just enough receiving and passing. Receiving and running to push them over the edge, which will open up the great wide receiver that the Alabama has.
Ryan Williams.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and their other good receiver they have to go open up downfield.
Right.
I think his name is Simpkins, the quarterback.
Ty Simpkins is the quarterback. Simpson.
And he shouldn't have a very hard day if he relies more on Jan Miller to do his job. So
you're taking Alabama.
I'm rolling that tide, I know.
Okay. Jay, what you got?
There's something to be said about playing this type of game at home, and this, you're the number 14 and you want that bye. You're going. Oklahoma is probably going to get Alabama's best game of the year that they've played all year. Probably the best game that you'll see from Alabama this year. Even when they make the playoffs and this, that, and the other, this game right here is going to be their stamp of approval to let the committee know, hey, we want that bye. When y'all decided to come up, whenever you decided 2 or 3 weeks ago, we smacked Oklahoma. We deserve to be a top 4 team and keep our position. I got Alabama.
Okay. Jeff, who you got?
Alabama. I think Oklahoma, as soon as their quarterback, what's his name, Mateer, as soon as he hurt his arm, they have not been the same. I actually think he rushed himself back a little bit early. He's not producing. They're not producing like they did early in the season. And Alabama just keeps going from strength to strength. I think Alabama going to sit there this week. Today, I think Alabama could put them paws on them and hurt Oklahoma's feelings today.
Honestly, right now, I think Alabama is the second best team in college football.
They hot. I mean, I can't argue that.
Okay. Look, I mean, I'm going with y'all, right? I gotta go with my Alabama team. So let's move on to the next game. We got Iowa at USC. This is not South Carolina. Okay, this is Southern Cal. So just so everybody's tracking, it's University of Southern Cal is ranked 17th. Iowa's 21. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I myself am taking USC. I think their offense is just too much for Iowa. Iowa's offense can't keep up, and I don't think Iowa's defense can stop USC enough to let Iowa's offense catch up. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm in agreement. I think you got 6-3 versus 7-2. I think USC has too many athletes. Offense is a little bit too dynamic for Iowa. I don't think Iowa's going to be able to keep up with them. I think it may be close for the first half. I think USC pulls ahead midway through the third.
Yeah.
I got USC also.
Okay.
I got USC.
I just think that USC, let me say this. I don't think Iowa is going to be able to stand up to USC. They had to play inspired this weekend, like last week. And that letdown last week kind of hurt them.
Yeah. And that was at home.
Yes.
This is now a road game for them. So I think it's going to be very hard to – when you get deflated like that, it's very hard to come back up.
And Iowa don't have the offense to put up points like that. They got to slow you down, and then they'll just gradually score.
Mm-hmm. All right. So our last college game of the week. You ready for this? Playoff bracket implications. Everything's on the line on this game right here. Are you in or are you out? We got Texas at Georgia. This is tough, guys.
Texas is out.
Oh, he said they done.
Texas is out.
So
I look. I mean, I'm just gonna call it like I see it, and this is not personal, but Arch Manning. There's a reason why at the beginning of the year his grandfather came out and said, "Oh, when he comes back next year," everyone was thinking that he was going to be one and done, really one season as a starter and done. He's not that guy yet, and I think Georgia has played. I don't think Georgia has even played as well as they can. So I'm thinking that towards the end of the season they're going to round out in the form. And Texas doesn't seem like they got the dogs that they used to have. So man versus man, I'm not sure Texas is going to be able to hold up against Georgia. So I got Georgia.
Okay. With you two gentlemen, I'm in agreement with you for all the reasons above, right? I think Georgia plays more solid football than Texas does right now. Now, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I will say that because I do see Arch Manning improving week to week, which is great for him, okay? Because I think he caught a lot of slack at the beginning, but I think it was a lot his fault, right? Either his or the coaching. Something was going on. But now he's really starting to click, okay? Earlier in the season, I even told Jay and Chris that I was going to have to go against Texas until their defense got right. Well, their defense is going right, okay? They're going in the right direction. But I don't think they're quite at Georgia's level just yet. So that's why I'm taking Georgia. Jay?
Okay. Gentlemen, have you heard of Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett?
Yes.
You know what they had in common?
Nothing.
They both were at the Alamo. And we know what happened at the Alamo, right?
Everybody died.
Everybody died.
Well, this is where Texas dies this weekend. This is their Alamo.
That's
Georgia
it.
will beat Texas.
I'm just making sure we're aligned, you know.
And,
all right, hey guys,
also,
we're gonna take a quick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this real quick. Last week, I took North Carolina State over Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech was 8-0 at the time. And you guys laughed at me, but I told you because some of these teams like Georgia Tech, South Florida,
Overrated.
They're not Georgia, and they're not, Texas. They're not Texas, and they're not they're not the teams that are used to playing in big games. And
Right.
a lot of pressure is put on these teams that aren't used to it. And
Before we go on break, I just want to say, you saw what he said. You saw how he brought up that South Florida game was the first one he mentioned. He's still back on that Navy thing. Say out your feelings, Jay. Say out your feelings.
Hey, don't feel bad. Watch this. Hey, who won? Whose house? Whose house?
Hey,
whose house?
We're gonna get you. Hey, it will be the playoffs. We will get you back.
I hear you. Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Once we get back, we're hitting the NFL. Welcome back. Welcome back. Time to get to that NFL.
Hey guys,
What you got?
Jeff has to take off, but you got
Nope,
you
I'm
got
gonna stay. I'm gonna stay,
okay,
Jay. Yep.
okay, all right.
But let me say this before we get started. Hey Jeff, thank you for coming in. Number two, thank you for your insight on soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not no regular not given invitation. This is a permanent invitation to be a part of the show. Thank you for everything and your insights, your jokes, you know, and being a great participant with us, and even accepting our jokes on you.
Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. This is fun, man. This is really fun.
All right.
Virginia,
So we're gonna
Virginia now.
we're gonna start off. We're gonna recap the New York Jets at the New England Patriots game on Thursday. It's something we always do is recap that Thursday night game. Patriots obviously won that game, but my question for you guys, because I thought about this long and hard, right? Is that more of a testament to New England or how bad New York Jets are?
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes
Both?
to both. Yes to both.
So you know, for the first time this year, I was able to watch the game at the current local time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Jets have something they can brew from. I just think they need the right offense coordinator to get things in order. That's what I'm gonna say. Get things in order. You know, it's not good that your quarterback can't even that's not even throwing for 100 yards.
Right.
But their defense, if you wasn't paying attention, their defense actually played very well, very well, and that game was close. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so and then they went for it on fourth down. They down 12. I get it. They trying to get the touchdown. You know, that I wouldn't have called that play. I would probably did something a little bit different. Um, you know, but I think they're gonna be a better team moving forward.
Okay. Jay, what you got on from Thursday night's game?
So for me, and this always happens, and you see in the bright lights on a primetime game where you can't click off, you have to watch.
Whose
So
house?
and the problem is this: you see Derek May and you see Justin Fields, and it's like, wow, if you don't get lucky and draft the right guy, then you're going to be rolling the dice, spinning the wheel with guys that are going to bounce around the league. And can they be Sam Darnold? Can he be Daniel Jones? Or is it going to be Carson Wentz? Is it going to be Trey Lance? You know, you got some, and what's his name? Mitch Trubisky.
Hey, that last one hurt you, didn't it, Jay?
Yes.
Trey Lance. That hurt you a little bit, didn't it?
It's very
Whose house?
it's bad when you look at these teams and like, you know what? They put up the game behind me. They put up drives, but you can see the level of consistency isn't there. You can see Justin Fields can make a great pass one play, and three plays later he's behind, or he holds onto the ball, or his receiver drops the ball. It's just like there's so many things that the teams do, and you see the Patriots. They make tackles. If you throw them the ball, they're going to catch it. If you throw the Jets the ball on defense, they drop it.
Right.
You can get a chance for an interception. You don't make a play, and then you look at the scoreboard at the end of the game. You lose by 10. Well, guess what? If you catch the balls when the opportunity comes, if you tackle when you're supposed to tackle, then guess what? You either win the game or you're going in overtime. something like that. And that's the little differences between a team like the Jets and a team like the Patriots that we saw.
Yeah. No, I agree because I watched that game too, right? And there was a lot of drop passes. I don't think there's one thing on the Jets that you can really say that needs to be fixed, and then the Jets are going to be so much more better, right? It's a combination of stuff like Chris, you highlighted play calling. You got to call the right plays at the right time. You got to know what the defense is giving you. So, if they're rushing, you don't try to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're blitzing. You kind of like, hey, let me do a play action or something. You got a better play call, right? Justin Fields got to be more accurate on his passes. The receivers got to catch the ball because they're failing him.
You know what their best play was? Offensive.
When he took off running?
No, it wasn't a punt. It was actually Justin Fields scrambling for positive yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I said. When he took off running, yeah, that's it. But he can't do that every time.
No.
And it baffled me how new. I will say this: I was intrigued at how New England didn't have a spy for Justin Fields after he took off running a couple of times. New England still never put a spy out there. And I was like, well, maybe you probably would change up that defense a little bit. And who knows? New England might learn a lesson from that because you play another quarterback who can really run. Now you're going to have problems.
That's film study.
Oh.
That's film study. And the reason why they know that he's going to run a certain amount of times, but he wants the world to know, hey, I'm not a running quarterback. I want to sit in the pocket. So guess what? I might run 6 times when I could probably run 12 times.
Right.
And they know in those 6 times he holds onto the ball, he'll take a sack, or he's going to throw it to you.
Yep.
So they're just biding their time and waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Films have shown us that he will give it to us. We just have to wait for him to throw it to
give
us.
it to you. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna move on. We got a boom. Here's our NFL slides.
Whose house?
Oh, this seems like Chris's house right now. I'll tell you, Chris and myself, we went 5-2. Jay went 3-4. So, Chris, you are still currently in the lead at the NFL standings.
Whose house?
I'm behind you. And we got some games. We got a couple more weeks. I think I'm going to get back up there. We'll see. Because, hey, Jeff, just to let you know, I was winning this at the beginning, and now I'm getting back up there. We'll see. Jay,
I was in last place.
I think Jay took some risk last week that,
Whose house?
and then our guest last week wasn't able to pick. So our guest so far is 1-3. All right. So let's go hit our first game. We've got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons.
Can I go first?
Go ahead, Chris. Absolutely.
This game is the game of inconsistent play. On both sides, both teams.
Yep.
You don't know which team is going to do what. And it's like 1 week is Dowdle rushed for 290 yards and receiving. Next week he barely get 5 yards.
Yeah.
The Falcons, Penix throw for 260. Bijan gets 130. Algiers get 3 touchdowns on 3 carries. And then the next week it's Penix throw 5 interceptions for 105 yards.
He ain't never thrown no 5 interceptions.
I'm not saying that. These are just little exaggeration. Little exaggeration. Bijan rushed for like 2 yards. Algiers get no touchdowns and rush for 50 yards. And they find a way to lose. All right. That's what this game is. I thought this year going in, for those that know me, I predicted that Carolina would take a step forward this year.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken a step forward.
Yeah.
But then they turn around and take 3 steps backwards. So I'm scared of this game. I'm truly scared of this game. But I'm gonna go with them Dirty Birds, only because I think they have a few more weapons. A few more weapons.
Okay.
And then I like their coach, because he was a whose house guy.
Well, I'm gonna go follow up behind you because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I'm a Falcons fan. Uh, Let that be known. However, there's a lot of issues on the Falcons right now. Defense is looking pretty good. Offense, I don't think we know what we're doing. Penix does not look comfortable at all in the pocket, at all. He's got to start producing better than what he is, right? And then there's got to be better play calling, right? Because we're not running the ball like we should either. So I don't know. Raheem Morris is really got me concerned. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. And if he doesn't get together, he's probably going to get fired. All right. Now, as a Falcons fan, who do I want to win this game? The Falcons. Who am I going for though? I'm using my head. Okay. I'm not going to do what Jay did last week when he went with the 49ers against the Rams when everybody knew the Rams was going to win that game. All right?
Whose house?
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
You know what? I know what you just did right there. He hedged his bet. That's what he did. He said, I'm going to go with the Panthers. So if the Panthers win, I got to win on here. But if the Falcons win, guess what? I don't care because my team won. I see what you did right there.
No, it was a multitasking there.
That's exactly what that was.
That was a game that he knew already that he can catch me because I told him where I was going.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! I got me, Chris. I got it written down over here.
So he was going. He doing that.
So I got the Falcons for a couple of reasons. One, they've been competitive in every game pretty much this year, with the exception of one game, Carolina. Now it seems like it's taken the offense a little bit of time to get going during the game, but I think a lot of that comes down to like you said, the defense been playing well. I think the reason why Penix is struggling early in the game is because they're getting the plays in late. And that's been a problem all season long. Like you see him saying, like, hurry up and get the play in. So he has time to actually look at the defense pre-snap, right? I feel like they're getting the plays in late, but I think offensively, they have too much talent for Carolina. And full disclosure, I'm a Michael Penix fan. I work with his mom, so I'm always gonna co-sign with a shout out to Keisha. But I think, truthfully, from a college perspective, I've never seen a quarterback throw a better deep ball than Michael Penix. I think it's just a matter of time before it transitions in the league. I think the longer the season goes, I think he's going to ball out. I feel like this is a get back game because Carolina jumped on them good. What was that, 30-0 earlier this season?
Yep.
Something like that. They jumped on them good. And it looked like, I think Carolina had just beaten someone. Who did they beat before? They beat the Vikings the week before. And I think they took Carolina for granted. We're going to sleepwalk in here. We're going to knock Carolina around because they ain't nobody. And they got thumped. I think they're going to come prepared. And I think they're going to take it out on Carolina. I got the Falcons by a touchdown.
We'll see. Go ahead, Jay.
So sometimes we look at, we don't care about certain divisions, so we don't really pay attention. But this is a divisional matchup. And a lot of times teams split for whatever reason. And my 49ers came up to Levi South and took over, and we thumped the Rams the first time we played them.
Dude, that was a stupid play call. Try that again. The thumping came as SoFi North.
So y'all got y'all revenge.
No, we whooped that butt.
All All right, go ahead, Jay.
So I would naturally say that Atlanta would win, but you know what? I would be in first place right now if I didn't pick Atlanta as many times as I have this year. So
That's your
guess what?
stupidity.
No. If you plan on changing something and keep hitting your head against the wall and think it's going to change, it's not going to change. Raheem, I'm pulling for Raheem so much, but he just be making some. I don't understand some of his coaching decisions at times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're not gonna kick a field goal here. It puts you up by two scores.
Right.
You're gonna go for a 4th down and 8 or 4th down and 7 instead of kicking a 45-yard field goal.
It'd be 4th and 7, and then they run it.
Well, hey, to be fair,
they get nowhere.
I mean, you just made an analogy about bumping your head against the wall, and there was this guy named the Juggernaut that that's kind of what he kind of did, and he would break through. So, in my opinion, I got Atlanta coming around. I got Atlanta putting a little Juggernaut action on Carolina today. Get back.
All right,
go ahead, Jay.
So,
I apologize for interrupting.
So, like Professor Xavier, the Juggernaut, you take off the helmet, you can control him. Sit your ass down in the corner. Stop running through the wall. And I got Carolina. Even though I think Atlanta's a better team. But for whatever reason, it gets if they don't blow a team out, if it's within 10 points, they blowing this. I got Carolina. And their field goal kicking is always wishy-washy anyway. So yeah. They're on their third, I think their 3rd or 4th kicker now.
Yeah.
And
all right, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay.
We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Hey, what you got on this?
I got Buffalo. And Buffalo hasn't seemed to be the same, but I think they'll get it right this week. And who knows what Tampa's going to do with some of their backup players. Sometimes they play well, sometimes they don't. I got Buffalo.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I'm going to go ahead and let you know I'm taking Tampa. I think Buffalo's got too many issues to figure out. They're putting way too much weight on Josh Allen's shoulders, and they've got to figure something out on the defensive end because they didn't do too well last week. And I think Tampa, even though they lost last week, they lost to a really good team, right? I think that Baker Mayfield, I think NFC South is Tampa's to win. So.
Can I get in? No?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So for me, it's November.
It is.
It's November. It's Buffalo, and the game's at Buffalo. Yep. And you got a Florida team going up north to play in the cold. That's Buffalo all day.
Chris, what you got?
No, I'm going last.
You are last.
You are last.
Oh, my bad.
Chris, before you pick, I was trying to, and before Jeff had, I was looking it up. It's supposed to be around 30 to 32 degrees and snow. So you do what you want with that Florida team up there.
Hey, I'm taking Tampa still.
Buffalo.
All right. So next game, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. It's interesting, right?
Conference
so interesting that you should go first.
Who, me?
I'm gonna go with the hot team.
Who's that?
Chicago.
Are you going with Chicago?
They're the hot team. They managed to win. Minnesota is still, trying to figure out their quarterback issues.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff, what you got?
I got Chicago. I have Chicago. I have no faith in J.J. McCarthy. Like, I thought he was average at Michigan. and I thought there was a reason why they went games where he never even threw the ball. And that's transcended into the pros. I have no faith in them, so I got Chicago.
I hear you. I'm gonna have to go against. I'm going Minnesota because I think it being in Minnesota, right? For one, it's hard, but Chicago's playing good ball. But I just got to go with Minnesota. I think they get it done this week. Chris,
Just wait. Can I? Just so you know, you said they're playing at home. Vikings are 1-3 at home.
all right, I got you. Go ahead, Chris.
Ain't this what you was doing last week?
Let me see. Was I?
No. He know who I'm talking about.
Me, and they lost.
They
I'm
lost.
not doing it again.
Oh, me and Jay did.
I'm actually going with the Vikings.
All right. We got our next game. Seattle Seahawks at
Rams.
Los Angeles Rams.
Whose house?
So
Seattle.
Chris.
I got Seattle. my boy Jeff Dunn. Hey Jeff, wait, do you remember Jeff Dunn?
No.
He went to high school with us. He was our backup quarterback. He works at the executive office, player control, quality control. He works in the head office of Seattle for the last 10 years. He won Super Bowl when Wilson won, Russell Wilson was the quarterback. Yo, I'm rocking with my boy Jeff Dunn, OP in the house.
All right. Jeff, who you going with?
The Rams. Look, here we go. I'm rocking with OP because they got the same colors. The Rams got the same colors as OP. So I'm going with the Rams.
And Chris, you said Rams, right?
Did you have a
I know. I'm going Rams too.
do you have a hearing problem?
I might.
Because
We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. What you got?
Steelers.
Who'd you pick?
Me, I pick Rams.
Oh, Rams. Okay, all right.
Yeah. You said Steelers on that, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Steelers.
They getting some get back.
Yeah, they're going to get some get back. Flacco ain't going to do what he did last time against
Ain't no surprises this week.
Mhm.
No, I'm in agreement. So I think Pittsburgh takes this.
Okay, so I got
Oh.
Cincinnati. For whatever reason, this divisional matchup, whoever you think is going to win is going to lose. Whoever you think is going to lose is going to win. I got Cincinnati, and some craziness is going to happen. Mark my
Jay
words.
just likes to stay in third place. But all right, go ahead.
He like
He's going to be in fourth place before the end of the day. Goodness.
All right, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Yeah. This is a good one.
Kansas City.
Okay, so we got the Chiefs on the board for Chris.
Kansas City.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take Kansas City. I think I can't. I don't think they can
They
afford
can't
to go
lose
5-5.
They can't lose no more.
Yeah, they're too far back in the division. I Kansas City gonna have to win.
And what happened the last time the Broncos played?
They keep look. They're like inching their way through wins.
I'm sorry, guys.
wild.
I'm sorry, but I'm going Denver on this one.
Hey, I'm finna help you out, bro.
And with Isaiah, because Isaiah Pacheco has been ruled out. So
That has nothing
Hey,
to do with it. They play the
Hey,
Raiders.
hey, you
What did
ready?
they do against the Raiders?
You know that Williams is out too.
Yeah.
The running back from J.K. Dobbins is out.
yeah, J.K.
Dobbins.
Dobbins is out. Yeah.
And they're missing Sertan,
Yep.
and they're
Goodness.
starting middle linebacker.
Yeah, even with Pacheco out, they still got Kareem Hunt.
They
He
still
can-
got Kareem
They
Hunt.
do.
Yeah.
They do. But we'll see. It's going to be
Yep.
interesting.
Yep.
All right, our last game. We got the Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Great football matchup.
So you ready? I'm gonna go first. I'm going to tell you who wins.
You gonna tell me
ready?
who wins?
Yeah. You ready?
Go ahead.
The Philadelphia Lions.
Wow.
So there's a new team in
the Detroit Eagles.
Okay. Hey, Jay could tell you really well who's not going to lose the game. The referees.
Yes.
So I gave you my pick.
I don't like your pick, Chris.
Hey, that's all I'm giving you.
I'm telling you.
You got the Philadelphia Lions going to win, and the Detroit Eagles are going to win.
Yeah. We'll see. So I like gentlemen. I like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts gets it done one more time.
I'm gonna go with Philly as well. I think anytime they have a little bit of commotion in the locker room, the next week they usually come out and handle a little bit of business. So as much as it hurts me from a Cowboys perspective, I think Philly's gonna handle the business.
I hear you, Jay.
I'll let Chris go, and I'm gonna give mine.
No, you go.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Okay, so the Eagles will be winning this game late in the third quarter. Devontae Smith will be running for a touchdown, but AJ is going to steal the ball from him and then run into the end zone. They're going to fight. They both will get ejected for fighting each other. And the Eagles will try to tush push. Hurts will pull a hamstring because Barkley squats him in the glute.
Oh, my God.
It pulls a hammy. And they'll lose in overtime.
And they still win.
They'll lose in overtime when Jared Goff throws to their guard Sewell in overtime for a touchdown. I got Detroit.
I'm taking the over 44 and a half because the Philadelphia Lions is going to win and the Detroit Eagles are going to win.
It's not going to be a push.
If you're going to figure this out, if you can figure that out, right, who's going to win, that's who's going to win.
No, Chris, we got to get your pick.
And no. He doesn't have to pick because we know in the NFL there's ties. So maybe there's a tie.
You want to tie it in, Chris?
Detroit Lions. I look. Look, if my godmother see this video because she lives in Pontiac. No, she lives in. I'm sorry, she moved out of Pontiac. She lives in Auburn Hills now. So, if I go against Detroit, I'm gonna have problems. Personally, I think my phone might blow up. But I also think that Detroit's defense is actually really playing really well. And their offense is just the problem is when you score as much as Detroit does, their defense is on the field because their offense is scoring too fast.
Yeah.
So a lot of games stay close because they don't slow the game down enough.
I hear you. Chris, you want to go ahead and take us out?
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Long Distance Playbook. I want to thank our special now. He came in as a special correspondent. I think we're going to keep him as our special correspondent / co-host / hey, look this up, guy. Help us out here because guess what? I have never told a lie. I like soccer, but I don't know it like that. And you need somebody always to be able to stand in and help everybody with knowledge. Because guess what? It would have been, so it's the MLS playoffs today. And Chris, what do you think? Yeah, it is playoff season. So it's good to have a well-rounded cast. Please tell a friend about us. We are very fun guys who's having fun, talking, speaking our opinions. Yes, we don't always get along, Yes, we're gonna go at each other, but it's all love and games afterwards. If you have a veteran that owns a business and want to get some extra advertisement, please let them know that they can hit us on the long distance playbook at Gmail, and we will get that out. So, Mr. Jeff, please stick around after when we go into our ending. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Football starts now.